I think, with this being my last full day in Vermont, I think I'm going to get out of this state without experiencing all the mud hype.
Hi, Daddy.
All right, I am packed up and ready to leave the lookout in Vermont, where I spent the night at just behind the cabin, and I was the only one here. I could have slept inside, but when I took a look inside, it was kind of stuffy in there, and I just prefer my tent. But before I leave, we're going to go inside. I spent some time up on the top most of the time, and we're going to take a look. Turn the camera around. All right, so this is inside. It's huge. It's got a loft up here. Stairs, windows, it's 4 walls, roof enclosed, and it's got a fireplace. So pack up your marshmallows and graham crackers for some s'mores. But if it was thunderstorms, I would have stayed inside here. So this is the lookout, and it's even a little kitchen right there. And best broom on the trail. I'm about a mile into this morning's hike, just kind of taking it easy, and I don't really have a plan today. In the back of my mind, there's a shelter that's another 22 and a half miles up the trail. It's going to be mid 80s today, so it's going to be challenging this afternoon with the heat. But I got an early enough start where I could do that if I wanted to. I'm not sure how much energy I've got to do that, but other than that, if I fall short of that, I'm not sure where I'll end up. Just gonna have to wing it, but it'll put me maybe 6 miles outside of the New Hampshire border. So no threat of rain today. I hope I'm I hope I'm on the right trail. I don't see a white blaze right now. Anyway, this happens when I start talking to the camera. But let's see. I got to really look out for these white blazes, because if I get lost, then forget the 22 mile day. Okay, so anyway, gonna be hot, probably humid. Yesterday when I started at 8:30, the humidity was already 96%. So I expected more of the same today. And since there was no water at the lookout last night, I didn't cook dinner. I just had a tuna packet and a protein bar. But okay, we're on the right trail. So I'm on the lookout for some water early on here. So we are going to get on and see what happens today. We're just going to kind of wing it, have some fun. The trail is beautiful. It's moist. And I think, Vermont has a reputation for muddy trails. I think, with this being my last full day in Vermont, I think I'm going to get out of this state without experiencing all the mud hype. So I think that's good. And a little nervous about New Hampshire, but I'm not gonna think about that today. So, all right, onward. It is almost 10 o'clock on this hiking day. I believe I have been almost 8 miles. And I'm in the middle of a series of what's referred to out here as pointless ups and downs or PUDs. So normally you'd climb a mountain or a hill or whatever, and you'd grind up, and there would be a view at the top of the ascent. Well, with a pointless up and down, there is no payoff at the top. It's just you get to the top of the climb, it's really nothing there, and then you go right back down. And then once you get down to the bottom of that, you go back up another one, and just a series of ups and downs and ups and downs, and no views. So that's looks like the rest of the day, I'd like to think I could get to a shelter that's still 16 miles away. I don't know if I'm going to make that. So that's, especially with, there's really going to be no flat hiking here. It's just going to be up and down, up and down. So that's going to tend to wear me out. So I'm going to do what I can, and toward mid-afternoon kind of see what the plan is. See if there's maybe a stealth site if I can't make it all the way to that shelter. So, and if I run out of water, I can always wring my shirt out with the sweat that's already packed into my shirt, filter that and drink that. So, onward. Okay, it's about 11 o'clock this morning. I am at a creek crossing and a road crossing right up here. And what's interesting about this is, and you may not be able to see this, but right here, there's a cable right there that you can hold on to cross this creek. But also what's interesting is right there looks to be some trail magic. Some sort of cans, could be beer, could be soda, could be green beans or peas or carrots or something, I don't know. But I got to get across because I want to see what's in there. Plus the AT crosses the creek and kind of goes up. All right, so we're going to attempt this creek crossing without getting wet, and then hopefully wet my whistle with whatever's in that container. So see you on the other side. I did in fact make it across, all dry. Almost went in, but that is the container. That is Polar, bunch of Polar seltzer waters, cranberry lime. So I just had one. Thanks to the Trail Angels, appreciate it. And this is that cable that went across. I did not use that. I just crossed about 20 feet upstream from there. So we're going to go up to the road and continue on. Onward! All right, this is the end of a very significant day for me in a lot of ways. I am at the Happy Hill Shelter. I think it's the final shelter in Vermont before you cross into New Hampshire. It should be, because there's only about 6 miles left before the border. That's the shelter right there. But I'm going to be tenting right here. So significance of today, in a lot of ways, it's buggy here too. I crossed 700 miles early on in the hike today. Also, this was my longest day hiking. I think it's time-wise 12 hours, and also like 24 and a half miles. So I got to where I wanted to. This shelter sets me up for a short day into Hanover, so I can enjoy the day. I think there's some free stuff available there, like a free slice of pizza from one of the vendors. But also, it was at some parts of the day, late afternoon, it hit 90 degrees. So I'm kind of parched right now. I haven't even set up camp. And it was a pretty isolated day. I didn't see like another human being for 8 hours into my hike. And in fact, there is no one here up there or around here tenting right now. So these animals are throwing stuff at me. So that was cool. Also, about 3 miles back at the trailhead was a cold cooler full of Trail Magic. It had ice packs in it, so there were cold drinks, Gatorade, Cokes, Orange Crush, snacks, like protein bars, dinners like Northsides and mashed potatoes. So it was stocked full of the right stuff. Trail Angel Karen, perfect place, perfect timing for me anyway. I really appreciate that. So I had a couple of drinks and packed out some animal crackers with me. So that was nice. It's supposed to rain tonight in about an hour, and then also in the morning. But I'm hoping I'll be able to get out of here before it starts raining. It might rain. I got about a 3-hour hike into Hanover, New Hampshire, where I'm going to take a Plan Zero. I'm looking forward to that. So I got to get my camp set up, get something to eat, and rest these weary bones. Acorn Army, I love you, and I'll see you next time.